one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Winston. And the pressure gets to him again. Carl Lawson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense. This play's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. And he's going to go down again. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points when you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now, start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, Winston. Completes it to Miller. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they were able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the 2nd half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Now Kaepernick throwing on second down. It's caught. Cooper. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Kaepernick wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Darius Slay with a pick.
They'll take over 1st down and goal at the 3-yard line.
One receiver to the left is Cooper. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. To throw, Kaepernick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Intended that time for Cooper. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On 2nd down now, it's Brooks. He's got daylight. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Come on, let's go. At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They go to Elliott again. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down deep.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Kaepernick. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Good job. That was a great play. Good. Set, 8, read. 59 mark. Check, 59. Ready, go.
They go play action here on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. This is Elliott. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Ready. Okay, hold on. 52's the mic. So don't say nothing. Check 3.
Now a play fake. Kaepernick. Cooper's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll go down at the 28. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Successful toss play to the right there. It's interesting. Teams seem to run the toss a lot more to the right than to the left.
It's usually a little more natural. Right-handed quarterback, typically your power side running the ball is to the right side with your guard and your tackle. In college football, they used to call it student body right because you had everyone on that side, including the fullback leading.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. The kick by Marr is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Check it back.
Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Elliott running right. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Kaepernick now to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Give him 32 on the play. Now Elliott. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2. And that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 52 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. That's going to be caught. And he'll be out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
1st and goal, Tampa Bay.
H3-2-18.
Go!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
At the 14-yard line.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like,
this ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation, don't try my patience.